Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on PMDP. Before I get started, I want to make note that we still have about an hour left in the trading day. I will be busy during the normal time when I do the videos, so I want to try still do a few of them, but the time that I have opens obviously when the market's still open, so that's why I'm doing it now. But the other thing to keep in mind is I'm not doing it just for this day in particular. I'm doing it just for more of the overall chart pattern. But on that same note, please know that this candle could end up looking a little bit differently than we are or than what it is right now. So keep that in mind. Hours still left, so we could see some changes in this. But overall, I feel confident that the chart's not going to change too much to the downside or anything like that. So let's dig in. I believe I did this one maybe back during this move right here. And then we got some nice consolidation, and I'll go over that in a second. And now we're finally reaping the rewards of that consolidation. You can see down here, big volume, nice price reaction, and that's a correlation that you always want to see. You never want to see big volume and then have the price either go sideways or down. This is a great example of what you do want to see. Show the bulls come in and show that they were able to make progress in terms of pushing the price up. Now the thing to note, and what I'm sure the savvy chart players saw, was we had a nice little pattern shaping up here before it finally broke out. So let's just do a little lesson here. If I take this back, and we have this fat finger trade here, which really keeps screwing things up, so bear with me. But here we had a nice symmetrical triangle pattern, happened after a big volume breakout, and then you saw this line sloping down. We have this line right here sloping up, and that's what gave us the symmetrical triangle. And what the savvy chart players saw was the break of this trend line here, and you look down here, and this was above average volume compared to the past, about week and a half. So right there were people that took advantage of this move here. They saw the breakout, they got a little pullback there, and this is what is known as kind of an early Christmas gift, and then things really took off. And that's how you play. You look for breakouts of trend lines or chart patterns on better volume. Sometimes you get the gift, and sometimes you have to chase it a little bit. With PMDP, there was the early Christmas gift right here where it pulled back, and now those players are reaping the rewards. Also, for the people that were accumulating this stage, they're sitting pretty now too. But the key to this whole thing was, if you look at the up days here, you saw all that happened on this big volume, and then during this whole area of consolidation, if you correspond that with the volume, you can see that it all happened on volume that was much less than what the breakout day happened. And that's the volume action you want to see, is big volume on the up move and then lesser volume on the sideways action. And that's what happened there. This looks like a coloring book right now, so let me clear that off. So here's where we are at now. There was a quick chart lesson, but congratulations to the people that took advantage of that gift right there. And now it becomes, well, where are we headed? What sorts of levels are we trying to fight and get through? And right now what I'm seeing is this 0.018 level is kind of the key level to beat. That's where we're sitting right now. Here is the current. We've been getting some nice buys there. And actually at the time of this, so maybe we'll see it, but the ask is now 0.0019. So let's see if we can get above that while we do the video. But on that note, breakouts consist of where the price closes. So we need a close above 0.018 to consider this broken. But 0.018, why is that significant? Well, if we look back here, you can see the price came up, bounced off it. You look right here, the price came up, bounced right off it. And currently, it's sitting right at 0.0018, excuse me, trying to get through. So this is one of these key resistance points that if you can get a break of it, that could, signal some additional strength. Now, don't get me wrong, today's definitely been strong, but kind of a cherry on top of the day would be a close above this 0.0018. So let me change this to red, because currently it's resistance, and until we get a close above it, that's where it's going to stay, is that resistance. So right now somebody just bought some at 0.0019, so we're above it, but we still have time left in the day. So and I care about where's it close at. So that's why I'm not changing that to green yet for support. Now here's where the chart gets pretty interesting. Now we do have a mild resistance up here at the high of today, which was at 0.0021. But if we do this, and once again, let's just ignore, this big line. But the point I'm trying to get is here is 0.0018, and then after that, the next resistance isn't until all the way up here at, I believe that's 0.005. Let me check real quick. 0.004, excuse me. So, we have a big little gap of resistances if we can get through this area that we're working on right now. So the chart could get very exciting with this breakout. We'll have to wait and see, but from a charting perspective, there are some big areas here that are open now in terms of resistance levels. So that's why this area is crucial, and hopefully the price can close above it and then carry on into Friday and then over the weekend. As far as supports go, you have all these previous highs that you've been developing. You have this trend line here that is still upsloping. So you have lots of bullish hangout areas on any sort of pullback. But right now, I think the focus should be, since finally breaking out again on the nice volume, see how high this move can get. And right now, check back here, got it a few more hits at 0.0. Okay, now we have, so it looks like it's moving up pretty quickly here. It doesn't take much to move. Now it's bid 0.019 by 0.002. I don't use e-signal for my level 2s. I use iHubs for that, so you don't see any level 2s down here. But if I did use them through e-signal, that's where you would see them. But still, you can see the bid ask here. So things are looking good at the time of this video, but I am going to end it here. If you do have any other questions on the chart, let me know. I'd also encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And then with your subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things, from penny stocks all the way up to big boards. So there's a nice variety, something there for everybody. And best part is, no strings attached. It's all free, so it's worth at least checking out. One more time, this was PMDP. Thanks for listening.